is the Golden Gate in Cape Canaveral, which is just down the street from the Cape View schools. And we are in an area with a lot of rentals, and this could be a great income opportunity if you're looking for a part-time vacation property that you can also get some rental income. This is Ron Wysakarski, Wise Home Team Realty. Well, here we are at the Golden Gate, and you know where you are because it says Golden Gate. Now, we do not have assigned spots here today or guest spots, so it's really just a matter of you have to be an owner here or you're gonna get towed away, which is pretty popular around here is to tow people. So on today's beach house tour, we're going to let you know that where that building up there is the Cape View School, and just beyond that you can see a golden condo just behind it, and that's where the ocean is. So we are just a couple blocks from the ocean, so it's a great location to walk to the beach. And if you've got kids that go to the elementary school, they can walk to school. So you see all of the condos that we have here. A lot of rentals in here, part-time ownership. So if you were looking for something, they can provide a getaway as well as some rental income. These might be right up your alley. Let's take a peek. So the first thing you notice over here is we are lacking a little maintenance on the exterior paint, and that's common area, so they may not have taken care of that. And you got to ask yourself on a budget, you know, what's going to be your best option? Well, here's 105. And this unit I'm checking out today. So let's see if this is going to be a gem, a diamond in the rough, or is this something that we want to think twice about? All right, so we're going in unit 105 right now. And this is a 1-bedroom unit. I'll get you a good look in here. On the surface, you know, it's ground floor. Doesn't look too bad. Little kitchen area, and keep in mind, in these price points in 100,000 and below category, you're gonna get something just a little bit bigger than a hotel room. And so from a value proposition, it's an inexpensive way to get yourself a beach condo, but you're making some trade-offs, no question. So now I'm gonna take you back through, and I'm gonna show you what I see could be areas of concern. So the first thing I'm going to point out is, you know, this is your courtyard, and there's a lot of traffic. I've seen 3 or 4 people walk by already, and no central air. So to me, this is all the stopping somebody from cutting through here or here, popping this out. So to me, that presents a security issue, and I would really want to pay attention to that. As evidenced with two deadbolts over there, it also tells me that they've had some issues. And you can look at the door jamb here, and you can see signs of repair. So chances are we've either had a really inexperienced carpenter or they had to dig these out a couple of times. Looks to me, if you look at the jamb, you'll also see some evidence where they had to relocate this one, change that out, and put the new one in. Chances are this one's been kicked in at least once or busted in, and a little damage on the door as well. So it's showing some signs of wear and tear. And I don't know if the neighborhood is safe or unsafe. What I do know is that presents a security issue to me. Now the tile that we have here, it's got a little shine to it. It's an older tile, and it's clean. It doesn't seem to have any imperfections to it. If I was using it as a rental, I would probably keep that. This little area over here, it seems rather small, but when we go around the other side, there's a reason it's that small. So this little counter here is probably just enough to pass things through from the kitchen, as well as here. I don't know, I guess it'll save you from walking here to put things in the sink when you want to clean them. You know, basic countertop, basic range, refrigerator. You can go a little bit bigger in this one, and the depth is reasonable. So you can get a decent sized refrigerator in here, a few cabinets. The only thing you could do here is maybe remove some of this and make it a little bit bigger, but if you take this out and open it up, you're not gonna have any cabinet space whatsoever. So that's the reason that we have it this way. And underneath the sink, there's really not much storage either. So unless you can put something in this spot right here, you probably need these cabinets. I think the only thing you might be able to do is move them up just a little bit higher. You've got about 10 or so inches, you can move them up just a little bit and reframe this out. So that is an option for you. And I can't really explain this, so I guess I won't try. But kitchen, pass through. Suppose you can take this area, move it up just about 10 inches and move the cabinets up. That would give you a little sight line over here, which might make it okay. Bigger counter over there might increase the living area, still room for the TV. What you're really looking at here, I guess, is this wall probably is where the couch goes. And then maybe the TV on this wall, and it certainly looks like they've had several iterations of TVs on this wall. They've left you all the remnants, and that's probably where they plugged in the last one. These are a good idea. If you don't have these little door pad stops, this will save your drywall, and you want to have that. There's a new fan in here, and the electric is run through the ceiling, so that's a good sign. So what do we have here? Well, there's your storage, you see. Pantry. This is something I would watch for. This is an old school box over here. General Electric. This here is something you probably want to budget for replacement. It'll save you on your insurance, and as a safety factor, I would probably look at replacing this old school box over here. You know, budget between $1,000 or $1,200, probably all you would need to do that. Check all the wiring so you're safe. Another closet. Saved you some paint, so if you want to do some remodeling, you can match the color. Now the bathroom, this is very typical. We're maybe 4 feet wide by about 8, maybe 7. And this is common. Little step, hand shower. This one is center drain to it. Like they've swapped out a window. It's not the original window in here. But you've got some crack lines along the grout line up top over here. You're gonna watch for that. And that just could be, just needs a little bit more of the caulk in there. The pan, step in your pan. It's pretty solid down there. If you hear any movement or cracks, it means they may not have put enough adhesive down there, the cement. Toilet looks relatively, it's newer. And I don't see any signs of wear. It looks like they must have probably just swapped out this bathroom at some point. It's PVC down here. You know, if you're to see a lot of galvanized down here, you might be a little bit concerned, or copper. You just want to watch for that because it can get really expensive. Even a little bathroom like this, to renovate this, by the time that you do the demo in here and check behind the walls and look for moisture and put up new Durock, this little bathroom could easily run you $7,000 to $10,000. So it's not a minor fix. It's not what you think it is sometimes. Now in the bedroom, we have a small air conditioner, and it's just this one and the one in the front's got to cool the whole place. So when it's 95 and 100 degrees, that could be an issue. And as a ground floor unit, keep in mind, you know, this is how close you are to your neighbor. Now there's not a lot of foot traffic between here, but if anybody was outside at night, you're going to hear all of that, whether you're first or second floor. But you know, make sure you're keeping your windows closed, is what I would say. And I wouldn't say that we're in a super high crime area, but I just think safety and security is important. So if you're ground floor, I want you always keep that in mind. Now in your master bedroom is also where the hot water heater lives. So you've got limited closet space on the one bedroom. And if you're beachy, it's not a huge deal. I don't think you'd want to fit a king in here. There would be no room to move. A double or a queen would probably make it. Maybe a fold-out couch or a futon in the other room would be a good idea. But this is the living space you've got to work with. And I suppose that you could have a small couch over here and even one over here. Just whoever's sitting here is going to have the air conditioner breathing down their neck. You want to keep that in mind as well. So that's a couple of things I wanted to point out about this place. When you are under 100 grand for a little beach house that is just a few minutes from the beach, you'll make some choices. And quite honestly, I would probably just use this one just about as is and not make too many alterations to it and just let it be an inexpensive beach house. And when I wasn't down here, I'd probably use it to rent out. And I would defer the cost of ownership, and this thing can easily pay for itself. So if you're in the market and you want to stick your toe in the water for an inexpensive beach home under $100,000, Cape Canaveral, you can be at the beach in about 3-4 minutes, and you are maybe a mile, mile and a half from the Cocoa Beach Pier, and maybe a mile to the cove where the cruise ships come in. So you got a great location, you're super close to the beach, and a price point that just about anybody could afford. So if you're looking for a way to get in your first beach house, you don't have to spend millions. We could do this one for under 100 grand. This is Ron Wayne Sikarsky, Wise Home Team Realty, with another beach owner.